Hello, it's Lydia here. Welcome back to yet another video. So today I'm going to be doing my March and April pickups. So I didn't get a lot the last couple of months, again, been very busy, been trying to save a bit of money, but I have got a few little gems that I'm really excited to share with you, and I also have a couple of thoughts on some of the games that I've played and completed too. So excited to show you what I've got, so without further ado, let's go. So first up, let's have a look at PlayStation 3 pickups. I've really been sort of pushing my PlayStation 3 collection, been trying to build that up slowly, and obviously they're really cheap still, so it's been a really good one to buy for when I don't have a lot of cash left over. And yeah, there's quite a few ones that I've picked up and seen that I'm really excited to play. I finally got my hands on Bayonetta. Now, I've heard about this game since forever. Lots of people are really into it. It's kind of one of those cult classic games. It does look really cool. I really like the art style. It sounds like a lot of fun, and it sounds a bit crazy and over the top, and yeah, just the kind of thing that I would enjoy. So finally got my hands on this. I think this was only about £2 or £3, so again, a very cheap pickup. It's in okay condition, but it has got the leaflet there as well, as you can see. So yeah, I don't always get a leaflet with PlayStation 3 games, so it's nice to see it sometimes. The only thing that it's got is a little bit of a tear at the top, but otherwise pretty happy with it. So last of the PlayStation 3 is Soul Calibur 4. I really do enjoy fighter games. I've been buying quite a lot of them, so yeah, Soul Calibur is one I've been meaning to pick up for a while. I don't think I've played any of the Soul Calibur games, so this will be the first one that I've played. Looks like any kind of fighting game, but yeah, it looks interesting, and I'm interested to compare it to other fighting games that I enjoy, such as Virtua Fighter and Mortal Kombat and all of those, and this one's got Darth Vader in it, so you know, looks pretty cool, so excited to play this one too. Next up, I got one single Vita game, and that is Galgun, the double piece. Now, I know you can get this one a lot cheaper on other platforms. This one was £20 for the Vita. You can get it cheaper on PlayStation 4, but I'm trying to build up my Vita collection a bit more, and I've played the Galgun games before. I played number 2, I've got it on the Switch, and I quite enjoyed it. You know, it's kind of like a rolling shooter, but with sort of a pervy overtone to it, and that very cutesy anime style. It is a lot of fun. Don't take it too seriously. It's a very sort of girly looking game, but yeah, like I said, it's a lot of fun and something a bit different and mindless to play. So yeah, I'm interested to play this one, compare it to Galgun 2 and see how that one compares, if it's any better. And yeah, see how it plays on the Vita, which will be a lot of fun to see. On the subject of PlayStation, I got one single PlayStation 4 game. I've not been buying a lot for PlayStation 4. I've been more into sort of my portable consoles or retro consoles recently, but I've been meaning to get this one for a while, and that is Lost Judgment. Now, anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge fan of the Yakuza games. The Judgment series is basically a Yakuza game, but with a different skin and a different story. Really great games. I really enjoyed the first game, so I'm very excited to play the sequel and see how that compares, see if they've changed anything or if it's more of the same. But yeah, they are really good games. I actually think the Judgment game is just as good, if not better, than quite a lot of the Yakuza games, just because it's one of the more modern installments of it, and it's got so much more to do, and it looks beautiful, and the story is so dramatic, and it's got sort of that silliness of the Yakuza games as well in there too. So this one I picked up for £22, brand new, so not bad at all, and yeah, for a new game it's not a bad price, so I'm very excited to play this one. So next up, I got 2 Nintendo Switch games. So first off, I got Will. Now this one was very cheap. It's basically a visual novel style game. I don't know a huge amount about it, but I do quite enjoy the odd visual novel game. I've played a few similar ones that are Japanese visual novels, and they can often have quite interesting stories and often really pretty art styles. Now this one looks kind of the same. I think you can choose quite a lot of your dialogue options as well, and lots of different characters as well that you get the stories of. So yeah, be interesting to play this one and see what it's like. Nothing inside, just the cartridge, but it's got quite a nice art style, as you can see from there. And yeah, it didn't cost very much. I think it was in a deal, but if you didn't get it on the deal, it was about £10. So you can't really lose with that, and that was for brand new. Second on my list that I got was Pikmin 3 Deluxe. So this was on the Wii U. It's a report or remake of the Wii U game. It's really, really good. I have actually been playing it. I've played almost to the end, I think now. I've not finished it yet. I've reached a bit of a snaggy point with it, which I might get into a bit later, but really, really cute game. I really enjoy sort of the puzzle element of it, where you basically pick different coloured Pikmins who have different abilities, and you basically try and collect as much fruit as possible. There's a story to it as well, so you have to progress through the story, and basically the different Pikmin have different abilities, such as some being able to swim, some are rock based and they can smash things, and it's, yeah, a kind of 3D top-down puzzler. Very cute, very enjoyable, and definitely recommend if you can pick it up for fairly cheap. I got this for about £25 and I've sunk quite a few hours into it so far, so definitely recommend giving it a go if you fancy this kind of game. So next up, I got one Game Boy game. Now this one I've been thinking about for quite a while. I have quite a lot of nostalgia for it because it was one of the first games that I got for the Game Boy when I was younger, and that is The Humans. Now this is a kind of Stone Age inspired game that's a sort of puzzle platformer. You basically control lots of different villagers and you command them to do different things and get through the levels basically. It's fairly complex for a Game Boy game. I think it's on other platforms as well, but this is the one that I was after. It cost about £10, so not bad at all. The cartridge is actually in pretty good condition. As you can see, there's no damage to the sticker at all. And yeah, it's a really fun game. It does have its frustrating points, but something I do really like about it is that all the levels are coded. So if you write down the code, then you can keep going back to the same level instead of having to play through the whole game again to get back to where you were. So that can make it quite a bit more accessible for this kind of game. But yeah, if you find it cheap, I definitely recommend picking it up and giving it a go. Last but not least, I have one Dreamcast game, and that is Xenocider. Now, I've not played this one yet. I still got it on my list to play, but it's basically a kind of shooter, 3D shooter. I believe this is a report of an older game onto the Dreamcast, but it does look really cool and it's really colourful and it looks very action-packed and fun. If we look inside, I do really love the art style. Look at that. Very cool. It does come with a leaflet. There's nothing much in the leaflet. It's just a bit of credits and descriptions, but it has got some nice drawings in there too. Now there isn't a soundtrack with this one, but I don't mind that at all because I don't have a CD player anyway. But definitely go check out Wave Game Studios if you have a Dreamcast and you want to play either remakes or you want to play indie games on the Dreamcast, because I do really recommend it. So that concludes the pickup part of the video. Now to move on to the games completed or games played part of the video. Now admittedly I've not played nearly as many games as I did this time last year. I have a little bit less time and I've just been tired and not felt like playing games as much. But one game that I had started playing last time I did a video but hadn't finished was Spiritfarer. Now I finished this quite a little while ago. My opinions of this game have not changed at all. It was an absolutely stunning game. Beautiful, beautiful art style. I'll show some clips of it as well. And the character styles are amazing. I thought the writing was really enjoyable. The characters are flawed, but I think that makes them really interesting and they all have really unique personalities. And there is a lot of depth to this game. There's a lot of crafting involved and there's so many different places to explore and travel to. All of them were really enjoyable. There's nothing stressful about the game. There's nothing timed. There's no enemies. So it's just a really relaxing game to play. Music is stunning as well, and the ending was really beautiful. And spoiler alert, the game is about death and accepting death and how people deal with it, and I just found it really, really moving and definitely one for the tearjerker list. So can't recommend this game enough, especially if you need something a bit more relaxing, which sometimes you do. So yeah, really, really recommend this game. Next up, I have been playing Senran Kagura, which is Peach Beat Splash. I'm really, really enjoying this. It's very similar and reminds me a lot of the Galgun games, especially this particular version. I know the other versions are more beat 'em up styles, whereas this one's more of a shooter style, but you're using water guns. There's loads and loads of different characters and guns to play from. You basically have, to upgrade, you have card packs that you get when you finished all the different stories and gameplay modes, and they unlock different abilities and different characters and stuff, and really enjoyable. And you know, there's not a huge amount of depth to the actual gameplay and the shooting, but it's really enjoyable. If you like third-person shooters, then you'll definitely enjoy this, and especially if you enjoy ones that are a bit pervy. But yeah, it's a good game and you can pick it up pretty cheap, so I do recommend giving it a go, especially if you want a bit of mindless fun. So the other game that I finished but I don't actually own is Katamari Damacy Re-Rolled. Now, I thought this game was so good. It's so quirky and so much fun, and the gameplay is really simple, but it's just so crazy and a bit out there that it's just so enjoyable to play. Basically, you have this little character and you have a ball that you roll up things with, and basically the bigger your ball is, the bigger the items you can roll up. And spoiler alert, by the end of it you basically roll up the entire world into your ball. And each single mission you basically have to get your ball to a certain size, and you have to do it in an allotted amount of time. I didn't necessarily find it a stress-free game to play, but it was a lot of fun to play, and it doesn't take very long to play it. I think it only took me 4 hours to play. And yeah, it's such a crazy game with some fun music and funky art style that I definitely recommend you give it a go. But that concludes today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment to tell me which was your favourite of my pickups. Are there any that you really enjoyed that I've mentioned, or any that you really disliked? Let me know what you think, and don't forget to subscribe if you do enjoy my videos, and you can also find me on social media. I'll leave all the links down below. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye!